Hello, darling starshines. This is Christina with Lightbody Inc. and lightbodyinc.com and Rise of the Multidimensional Human. Today, real quick, before we do our activation, I wanted to talk a little bit about empaths and absorbing energy and the top reasons behind why we absorb people's energies and the kinds of things we can do. Well, if I can get to it in the amount of time that I have to talk, the kinds of things that we can practice to not do this. Okay. So this is going to be a little bit difficult pill to swallow for many empaths because there's lots of convoluted beliefs on why we absorb things and why we are victim to other people's negativities and stuff like this. Okay. The number one reason why we absorb the energies of others is our belief systems, the things that we believe about the world. Now, these are beliefs that we've acquired throughout our soul's journey, but also beliefs we acquired throughout our life stream in this lifetime. Like when we were born, while we were in the womb, we absorbed all of the thoughts and feelings that our mother was having. So if our mother was not feeling safe and, if she was having a lot of stress in her world, we were absorbing all of her thoughts and emotions and feelings about things. Okay. So we kind of come into the world already influenced by that. So if your mom was happy and joyful and peaceful throughout your birth, then and you were born as an empath, you're going to have different belief systems developing throughout your life stream. So what we believe has a tremendous impact on how we engage with the outside world. And as an empath, if you were told, oh, you're an empath, absorb other people's energies, blah, 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 blah. And because you have no other understanding exposed, given to you, and that's the closest thing to maybe the truth that you've heard before, you're going to be like, yes, I totally do that, right? So then you start believing that you're a sponge and you absorb other people's energies. Now, I have been in this as well. I was a psychic sponge, not only a psychic sponge, but a mental energy sponge and an emotional energy sponge. It's like I absorbed everything around me to the point where I was just lost in what was around me and had no real anchor going on right in here, which was part of my trauma drama growing up, if you are having a problem with absorbing other people's energies or taking on other people's energies, the more you make it their fault, their negativity, the more you're going to perpetuate your own disempowerment. What you want to do instead is like, oh, what is the belief behind why I'm subconsciously allowing this energy? What is the belief behind why I am leaving my center to accommodate this other person? And some of those top beliefs is that, everybody is suffering and they need your help, and if you're a good person, you're going to help them, right? Another one is that we are terrified to be truly seen. Because if we're truly seen, then people really if they really knew us, they wouldn't love us. We're not lovable. So we take in all the projections of what those other people are, and we wrap it around like a comfort blanket, okay? Now, it's uncomfortable because we're out of our center when we're doing this, but that discomfort is more familiar to us than the fear of being seen, than that deep fear when we're actually truly seen by another person. Okay, so there's that happening. So those are the top two beliefs, but there's also another kind of belief of, you don't belong here in the world. This world isn't a safe place, things like this. And so that also plays out, and whatever we believe on a subconscious level, we either have a story that goes right along with that belief, or we have a story in who we think we are that is exactly opposite of that belief. Okay, and we invest a lot in believing the story we tell ourselves that counteracts the deep-seated belief we have in our subconscious. Okay, so there's a lot of in order to work on this level with yourself, you need to have a real commitment to know thyself, a real commitment to not blame others to why your situation is the way it is, and empower yourself to use all those moments to look inside of yourself and truly dive deeply into what is it that I'm really feeling. And if you're trying to get into what is it I'm really feeling and you can't get there, it's because this mind fuzz, this who we think we are fuzz, the stories that we want to believe fuzz is in the way. So then we need to adapt techniques, maybe work with some other people on dissolving that static so we can really get to what's going on inside. So there's the beliefs. And oftentimes these beliefs will lead to having holes in our aura. It will lead to feeling psychically attacked. It will lead to being defeated over and over and over again, feelings like this. So empaths, when we come into the world, it's like we have a lot of challenges to own. We have a lot of challenges to traverse through to get our strength, and it's really worth it to do this, because once we do get our strength, we are very, very potent in whatever it is that we choose to do, whether it be being a parent, or being a teacher, or being a body worker, or being just an artist, or whatever. But first we have to wade through those challenges on the stuff on the outside that makes us that we're drawing into ourselves. Oh, and another piece I want to add in there before I get off here today, that is another reason, another common dialogue is, all right, you're taking on other people's energies. You don't realize till after you've done that. And then we sit inside in reflection within ourselves and we ask, is this our energy or is this somebody else's? Okay, very popular thing to do. And most of the time, 9 times out of 10, we don't come to an empowering conclusion. 9 times out of 10, we are blaming another person. We are blaming something outside of ourselves on why that energy is inside, and we are not willing to identify why that energy was not recognized as foreign as it was coming in, okay? A lot of times we don't want to acknowledge certain feelings that are happening inside of ourselves, and as an empath, we will, our subconscious belief and what we want will draw that person's energy into us, so we can have that anger, so we can have whatever that brings up inside of us, but then we push it away and make it wrong, rather than surrendering to it and letting it wash through you, pull out whatever drama it's trying to pull out of our subconscious, and let those emotions arise and move. Okay, so and this also gets doubly convoluted because we are inundated with entities. I would never, oh, hello, Stacy, darling, so nice to see you. I would have never believed that humanity is inundated with entities as they are if I haven't experienced it myself. And I'm not talking about 5, 6, 20, 30 entities. I'm talking about hundreds and they accumulate over many, 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 many experiences in our soul's journey. So it's not just this lifetime, it's many lifetimes over. So there's times when entities will not know that they're inside of another body, and they're completely asleep until we go so deep into the subconscious and the emotional body and release things. All of a sudden they just awaken and they realize that they're in a place somewhere, okay? And maybe they've been there for eons, like this. So there's many different layers to our infinite hyperdimensional biosuit that entities can occupy. So when we are asking that question, is this my emotion or is this their emotion, someone else's emotion? Oftentimes we can't tell the difference because we have entities inside that have that same emotion going on, and we can't differentiate between the two because those entities have been in our reality for so long. We think it's us. We think their thought forms and their emotions is us, and it's not. Okay, it's going back to that whole drinking in everything that your mom thought and felt in the mother's womb. We take that in as it's us, when actually it wasn't us. It was what our moms were going through while we were in the womb space. So there's a lot more to the empathic experience than the popular belief and the popular ideas of working, okay? I want to encourage you guys to, put down everything, every system that you've learned. Put down all the systems, put down all the beliefs, if you can, and really focus on removing those things that cloud those lenses. And how we do that is to know that if any time your attitude, your finger is pointing outwards, that is a lie that you are willing to believe, okay? Everything is happening for us to know something inside of us. Deepen our commitment to know thyself is deepening the commitment to your empowerment and your liberation, okay? So thank you guys. Thank you, darling empaths. I know it's a challenge. I'm with you. I'm also grew up as an empath in an abusive family and all this stuff. So it's not like I'm just pointing the finger saying you got on a high horse or anything. These are the experiences that I've gone through myself to heal deep, deep wounding Okay. Hello there, Anna. So nice to see you. Love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. I just came back yesterday, so I'm back home now. So thank you guys. If you have any comments or questions that you want me to elaborate, please put them below and I will go ahead and answer those questions. So please hang in there. Know that this is the time of your liberation. It just takes courage, courage, courage to sit inside of ourselves and know everything. Love you, love you, love you. Bye-bye.